Imagine standing in the middle of a storm, the winds howling, rain pounding, chaos everywhere. That's life. Sometimes you don't get to choose the storm. But here's the truth, you get to choose your response. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In a world that spins beyond your control, your job is not to stop the storm, but to calm the mind within it. Ask yourself tonight, am I wasting energy on what I can't control? Or am I sharpening my focus on what I can, my thoughts, my actions, my attitude? The Stoics didn't teach detachment from life, they taught mastery over self. When you stop chasing control outside, you begin to find peace inside. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, ruled an empire and yet battled storms inside himself every day. He wrote to himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics taught that peace does not come from a perfect life. It comes from perfect clarity, knowing what is yours to hold and what is not. A rude person? Not in your control. A bad day? Not in your control. Your reaction, your choice of words, your mindset? Completely yours. So, tonight, reflect. What am I carrying that isn't mine? Whose opinion, whose noise, whose chaos am I letting into my inner temple? The mind is your fortress. Guard it, shape it, master it. We often ask, why is this happening to me? But the Stoic asks, what is this trying to teach me? Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Life's harsh moments, rejection, failure, loneliness, they are not punishments. They are invitations. Invitations to grow, to sharpen your character, to rise, not run." Think of the blacksmith's fire, intense, violent, destructive, but it's that very fire that gives shape and strength to iron. Tonight, ask yourself, what difficulty in my life right now could be preparing me, not breaking me? The Stoic doesn't just endure the storm, he uses it, he trains in it. How much of your peace have you given away just because someone didn't approve of you? How much of your life has been shaped by the fear of being misunderstood? Epictetus reminds us, if someone speaks ill of you, rather than trying to defend yourself, say, "He obviously doesn't know me very well." The Stoic path is not to become cold, it's to become free. Free from the chains of validation, free from the noise of opinion. Tonight, let this settle into your mind. Their opinion is not your reality. Their doubt is not your destiny. Ask yourself, if no one clapped for me, would I still walk the path that feels right? That's where power begins, in knowing who you are, even when the world doesn't. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Marcus Aurelius. These words are meant to scare you. They are meant to wake you. The Stoics lived with the awareness of death, not in fear, but with clarity. Memento mori, remember that you must die, was not a dark phrase. It was a guide to living fully. You argue, stress, chase, delay, as if life will wait for you. But life is not a rehearsal. The moment is now. Tonight, ask yourself, if this was my last evening, would I be proud of how I lived today? Not how much I earned, not how many liked me, but was I present? Was I kind? Did I honor my time? The Stoic does not fear death. He uses it to sharpen life. How often do we say, "I had no choice. I just lost control"? But the Stoics would ask, did you lose control? Or did you never learn to take it in the first place? Seneca wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Anger, jealousy, anxiety, these are not enemies, they are signals. But you are not meant to be ruled by signals. You are meant to listen and lead. Emotional mastery doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you choose how to act despite what you feel. So tonight, pause. Reflect. Which emotions control me too easily? What triggers do I hand over without resistance? The Stoic trains like a warrior of the mind. Calm is not weakness, it is power earned in silence. So much of our suffering doesn't come from life itself. It comes from resisting life, from clinging to how things should have been, from wishing people were different, from replaying the past that cannot be changed. The Stoics knew this trap. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." You can fight the river, or you can flow with it. The current doesn't stop because you're tired, but you can stop exhausting yourself against it. Tonight, ask yourself, What am I holding on to that is holding me back? A memory? A person? A version of myself that no longer exists? Letting go is not giving up. It is choosing peace over resistance. It is choosing your power over your pain. Most people are not living, they are simply existing, drifting, reacting, consuming. But the Stoic walks differently. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. You were not born to scroll endlessly, not born to chase empty noise. You were born to build, to serve, to create meaning. The Stoic trains himself to wake with purpose, not for applause, not for results, but because living rightly is the reward itself. So tonight, reflect, what am I truly living for? And am I giving my best or just my leftovers? The undisciplined man drowns in distraction. The Stoic walks with purpose even in the dark. In today's world, silence feels scary. Being alone feels like punishment. But to the Stoic, solitude is sacred. Seneca said, "He who is afraid to be alone should carefully examine his company." True wisdom grows in silence. True strength is built when no one's watching. The noise of the world fades only when you dare to sit with yourself, to observe your own mind, to hear the thoughts beneath the surface. So tonight, if you're alone, don't run from it. Sink into it, because this is where the real work begins. Ask yourself, when was the last time I sat with my own mind without distraction? Remember, loneliness is needing someone to complete you. Solitude is realizing you were never incomplete. You've walked through silence with the Stoics tonight, not to escape the world, but to understand it better. Not to become emotionless, but to become unshakable. Remember, you can't always control the world, but you can always control how you meet it, with strength, with grace, with stillness. So, as you lie down tonight, ask yourself, did I live with intention today? Did I act with wisdom or with impulse? Did I hold my mind like a calm flame, steady, quiet, unbothered? These are not just questions. They are the path. And if this voice helped you walk it tonight, leave a comment. Let your voice join ours. Like the video if it gave you clarity. And subscribe, because the Stoics return every night to walk with you, to whisper truth, to remind you, stillness is the way.